was,
yes, he said yes, he struggled. I think he said yeah, he struggled.
Yeah,
but
but you
did
know,
that? How did that make your relationship in the long run? It's
probably
an
don't. I mean,
appreciation.
now I
It
can
made
see both sides. Now don't get me wrong. I can see
Okay.
both sides. You know, married for love, and you poor, broke. You know,
he
and
said,
you
but God answered my prayer.
Amen, brother.
absolutely, absolutely.
Eh,
Like I said, you can. I can see both sides.
But Lady Z, the
I
first
would
thing,
like to marry for money, not for money, but let's have
explain. I'm gonna
money.
let you explain yourself. I'm not gonna let you just let that stay out there like that.
Well,
Come
okay,
on,
what
go in
part? What
depth.
part? What part?
Give
If I
me
had
an
my choice,
and.
say there are two men there, one is rich and one is poor, and say I love both of them, and I had the choice to pick Zeola, which one would you pick for your husband, the rich one or the poor one? And you love both of them, I mean equally. And I'm looking, I'm like saying, and say the sex was good with both of them. So it's really a hard choice. I'm picking the rich one. You know what I'm saying? You know what, Joey? Love you. Sex is good.
You just picked
But
that name out the
yeah,
air.
I'm just throwing it out there. But I'm gonna go with Sam over here. I'm sorry.
That's another name you just
No,
picked out the air
no.
too. And look, while we're talking, this is for.
Tyrone said, how much you need, Auntie? I have somewhere for you here in Virginia. He said he got somewhere in Virginia for you. How much you need?
Uh-oh.
I need a lot right now,
Uh-oh.
Tyrone.
You had the inbox on that
I
one, T.
like,
Yeah,
I
you got
like, I like,
you got the
I like
inbox
going
on
on
that
trips.
one,
You're
cause
gonna get a lot of pretenders hitting her up. A lot of
oh
pretenders
yeah,
saying in inboxer.
they coming now.
How much Zola want?
A
That's what they
lot,
call a
a
Zola.
lot.
But can you love two people equally?
I can. I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, I am too.
So, well, can you?
But I think that one is always going to be more favorable. Out the box. I don't know about a balanced love because
Tyrone laughed.
that a balanced love is too much. I don't think it's made like that. I don't think it's made like that. I think you got to pick. You got to pick.
Well, I'm picking,
So
but I'm picking the rich one, the
do
one
you think
with the most
do you
money.
think because he's always had this money, he was always more favorable? Maybe in an unconscious thing in your mind was always picking him because he could do things, whereas the one without the money couldn't.
Possibility,
Mm. And that
possibility.
could be from rearing, upbringing,
Mm-hmm.
because usually women turn out kind of like a seed of what their mother has probably planted, and so I would say that, I would say that, but yeah, getting back to what was the original topic? What was the
Would you
original?
marry for money?
Oh, married, yeah, married for money. Um,
And I would.
I was.
That was my
Let me
answer.
say this. Let me say this. When I first came to Vegas, long time ago, I was presented with that same thing.
T.
T, cheers. I was presented with that same thing. When I was trying to get myself established and everything, I was presented with Brian, you don't have to work. You don't have to do. There's a lot of women out here take care of you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I said, I put that on
Is
everything.
that what you said?
That was presented to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was kind of shocked, because no, I didn't want that way because I'm already thinking control. I'm thinking control. They're gonna want to control me. If I'm not working, they're supplying this. None of that. I'm trying to live correct. Even though, and me and my sister, give a shout out to my sister Tracy, she
Hey
listening.
Hey
Tracy.
Trey.
Hey
We were
Tracy.
talking about this earlier, and she said that she could possibly do this in this late day and age, because we're a little older. And I told her, I said, I don't think you can. I don't think you got it in you.
What, to take care of a man?
I don't think she had it in
Is that
her
what she was
to.
saying?
No, she said to be in an arrangement type relationship, in a relationship with an older man, maybe much older than her, and her being just it's a relationship of convenience.
Okay.
And
Well,
you
he's
know,
taking care of her.
he taking care of her, but he's old. And then she said, "Well, can I have a side piece?" At the same token, to fulfill her. And I said, Tracy, you're saying that a lot of people say that, but you got to have a certain mentality to stomach that. A lot of people can say that, but a lot of people can't do it. It takes a special kind of person that's been through some things that are able to say, I can marry for money.
I don't think that's so hard, what you and Tracy was talking about. It's so funny. I went to the dentist today. This is so funny you mention that, because as she was cleaning my teeth, she was like saying, Zeola, I had a patient in here yesterday, and she was saying how her husband, who's like 15 years older than she is, and she likes to travel, and he tells her every month she goes away for a week. He's filthy rich. He just buys her anything she wants, and he sends her away every week, every month. That month she goes away for a whole week. And she asked me, she said, "Do you think she has a boyfriend?" And he stays home. He's there. He don't want to go. He just lets her go. He buys her whatever she wants. I said, "Well, how much younger is she?" I said, "Well, how old is she?" She said, "Oh, she's about 40. I'm saying he's 15 to 20 years old." I said, "She got a boyfriend." When she goes away on a weekly basis, every month, and she's going to the Bahamas and, wherever, I said, I guarantee you, she got a boyfriend that's fulfilling her needs. And she's probably, having herself a natural ball. And I'm like saying, that's not hard to do. A lot of women nowadays, they're doing that. They're dealing and marrying older men who cannot get around and don't want to get around. What's that actress name that all he wanted her to do is just walk around him naked? She didn't have to do anything, and she had the little girl by him. Remember, we liked her. Yeah. You got a lot of women like that, and a lot of men, older men,
Look what happened
who
to her.
can't do anything. Yeah, she
Look what
died,
happened to
but-
Anna Nicole. No,
but
that
look at
the
her baby.
family got her.
Yeah,
And they got her son, too.
Juan said she can't be with someone just because they have money.
Well, a lot of women can't, but there's a lot of women who can.
And Lady Z, you kind of
What?
hot, cold there. Because
Well,
one moment you say you could do something, but then another
I
moment.
didn't say that I couldn't do that.
She can do it now.
Where I am today, I could probably.
How long I've been knowing you? About 9 years,
About
10
8,
years.
9 years, yeah.
Were you like that at the
Rose said
beginning?
you're not gonna be happy with a dry,
She's not. She got it.
old man.
Ty,
No,
you're absolutely correct.
I don't want a dry, tired,
She's-
tired man. I need a vibrant man.
Wait a minute, can I say
In
some?
my life now.
She's been
No,
in.
I like young men. I've always liked.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't like old men.
That's why I'm throwing how long I've been knowing you,
Yeah.
because I know
Even today.
she's I can't see that.
I like men to make
I-
me feel young. I like going and doing things but I would like.
But you
one
understand how
that
you-
can
you kinda-
fulfill my
They
needs.
don't have any money.
That's what I was going to say. But I would like.
But they got the fun though.
I don't want them to think I got the money.
Well, that might be
I'm
what
not
they're
gonna take care,
thinking.
man. That's
No,
dead.
I've
I'm
seen.
not doing that.
There's a lot of old men that don't look dried up and wrinkled.
And that's true.
Thank you.
That's true.
Okay.
But a couple people try to get with Lady Z were like, we know some
Okay,
situations
why did I not get with them?
because they were.
They were
Dried
broke.
up.
Yeah, no, they had the money.
They was probably
The older
dried up
guys.
and wrinkled.
They was dried up and wrinkled, huh?
Somebody, a very famous actress parent, a very famous actress, her dad.
Yeah, that did.
You remember that?
Well, when I met him, he had a cane. That it's like, I can't do this one.
So
I can't, and I got mad with the man who tried to introduce me to him. I said, "You know, I wasn't going to do that." You know.
see,
You're right. He had a very famous daughter, and he was filthy rich,
yeah,
Yeah, you
she's
just
still
don't
famous,
and she's still very famous.
and he's still
And he's
filthy
still
rich.
he's filthy rich, and he's
You,
still old.
you've had a couple of
I
opportunities,
don't like
ladies.
old men.
But wait a
I
minute,
think
you
Dick,
just
no, I'm gonna
said
tell you. I'm
that.
gonna tell you something. Dick Gregory, and I wrote about him in my book, so
Okay,
I
we're
can
gonna
talk
get to
about it.
that.
Dick Gregory was the only man that I dealt with, had a relationship with, and was rich and old.
But
And I never dealt with another older
but he
man.
And
was
Dick
great,
Gregory
great
just looks
shape.
old.
And he was very vibrant.
Yeah, he had the
Right.
Bahamian diet back
Yeah,
in the day.
yeah, he was, and he was good to me.
Mhm.
Even though he was married. Ooh, I know, and he was married. I
Wow.
did. Hey, that's why you guys got to read my book. Hey, what can I say?
You know what?
It is what it
It
is.
is.
We're
What
we're
it is.
talking about the book. The book is called My Brother Marvin.
Should it be called something else?
Everybody, a lot of
My niece Angie, who edited my book, as she edited my book, she said, "Ooh, Sweetie, should I be reading this? You was really." I said, "I know, baby. That's why it's called memoirs. I had to tell it all. If I wasn't going to tell it all and be absolutely honest and truthful, there was no need for me to write the book.
I think we should talk about the book more.
No, not yet.
All right. Look,
Which-
Barb,
this
one-
is asking
Barb
man,
wanted
asking woman.
one of the proprietors. Barb said she read it on the plane. It was a damn good page turner. So she enjoyed it.
Did
She-
you enjoy the book from
I was just sad when it ended, and I'm like, all right.
We're ready. Everybody's waiting on the part two.
Everybody's like, Zeola, when you gonna write
Part
another
two.
part? I do have more to tell, believe it or not.
So we're gonna keep on topic.
Yes, we are.
Marrying for money. Um, I
Tyrone,
know.
where are you, Tyrone?
I know in a lot of other countries, international countries, especially when you talk about Asia, India, Africa, and some of the royal families in Europe, they have all had arranged marriages.
Well, they did
Arranged
that,
marriages where, and they married, they put to keep the money in the
yeah. The
family.
diaries. That's what
Yeah,
for
they
the
keep the
diaries,
money
yeah.
in. So but but we've kind of put a spin on it with when they're saying gold digging and all the thing like that. You know, but I think deep down, if you peel back the capitalism of this system, the system that we live in, I believe that there are still arranged marriages within families, but we don't look down upon those though. Those are okay. We look down upon, this is what we see. We see the young girl trying to get the old guy because he's driving a Ferrari, where he's flashing the cash.
Yeah.
So that is the negative. That's what we get. So it's kind of, I guess we cheapify it, the society right now. But
I think it's vice versa now. The young women are looking for the older men to take
They
care
are.
of them. The older women are looking for the young men to make them happy, and those young men are looking for the older women to take care of them. That's what it's like nowadays.
we live in a day, and I probably bring this up every week. We live in a world of social media.
Yeah.
Where everybody wants flash, everybody wants the style, everybody wants the success
Everybody wants something.
right now.
Right
They
now.
don't want to have to work for it. They want to show. That's why you got the OnlyFans. Everybody know about OnlyFans, where you could become a millionaire overnight.
Overnight.
Oh, that
But look
only
what you
thing.
have to do.
Tyrone
But they
said-
don't care.
Tyrone
They
say
do
he loves y'all. He's going back to work.
All right,
Don't work too hard.
all right, T
Tyrone.
Fox, we love you, man. What's going on in the other feed? Are you getting anybody?
No.
Okay, is that live?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Lady Z, how many people she got on her feed?
Don't tell him how many people like don't. That's my
You're
page.
not-
What?
You're not Zeola Gaye. That's
I'm just saying, I'm having fun.
Tyrone did say he heard Denzel is 69 and single. Not sure if that's true, but people are talking.
Him and Paulette?
Really? I just saw a picture. He and
Him and Paula, they
today.
look good
Yeah.
together. They look good
That's
together.
what he said. That's what he heard.
Well, they're
Okay,
keeping it hush hush. Then,
Yeah.
if that's
they
that's
normally
the
do.
case. Yeah.
So I think again, marrying for money. John, how do you feel about something like that?
Look at
No,
Bob.
not marrying for money. I might be single going after money, but if I'm marrying, it's gotta be.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. Bart,
Nowadays, Brian. Nowadays, you almost have to marry for money.
no,
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I do.
No. Now you hope.
Again, it goes back to when we first started this conversation. It helps.
Yeah.
Who wants
But
to
you
be,
can build.
Who wants to be broke?
What if he has a plan?
What kind of plan? How long is the plan gonna
A
work?
3-year, 5-year plan?
I'm gonna marry you.
Let's
and
build
you
it
broke,
together.
And you talking about, baby,
I'm gonna
I got a
answer you.
plan. I'm gonna say, well, how long is this plan gonna work, baby, before we can get an apartment or a house?
I'm gonna.
And you can say, oh, it's
This
gonna
is
take
step
about
one.
5 more years.
No.
No.
1, 2. We're gonna go through steps. 1, 2,
one?
3, 4, 5. We're
And then
gonna
I'ma say,
map
what's
out a
one?
plan. We're
And
gonna
then
first.
you're gonna map out a plan. It's like we need
Because I
money.
think yes, but we know that. We know that. I believe that you have to be
And where are you
responsible.
gonna get it from?
You have to work.
And what are you gonna do?
You might have to work 2, 3 jobs.
3 jobs, then when am I gonna see you?
But-
and you at work all
But that
day.
is for the bigger plan.
We need money.
This for so you're not ready to work it out
I
right
love
now,
you. No.
so we can enjoy
No.
ourselves. And speaking
No.
about Denzel, you know what Denzel said?
We need money. Baby.
That is the tip of my tongue.
I got money.
You have to
don't
go
have to
through
worry.
what did he say? God, I had it on the tip of my tongue.
You know what though, Brian? Miss Z is right though.
About
Today-
what?
Today, it's about marrying for money. Because
Yeah.
these kids today are lazy, and if you're putting a 5 or a 10-year plan in place, it's gonna take you 40
not
years.
working.
Because they're not gonna work at it. So you have to go after the money today.
I disagree, John.
Now, those of us from back in the day,
Maybe.
that's a
Listen,
different
listen.
story.
Yeah, maybe. Back in the day.
You have to go through maybe some this is what he said. You have to go through inconvenience to have convenience. Okay, so there's going to be
Back in
no,
the
we're
day,
not going to
Brian.
we're not going to be partying off the top. We're working it together because look, after we win, it's going to be a better appreciation
Okay, so you-
because we did it together. Look. If I've already made my money by myself, and then I'm trying to find a lady, I'm gonna have trust issues. You know why? Because is she with me because of my money? Or is she with me because she really loved me? And that's why a lot of these successful people get divorced in the long run. Now, the ones that stay together, guess what? Those are the ones that were together when they was broke. I can name you about 5 married Denzel and them. He was broke
Back in
when
the
they got
day.
together.
Back in the day.
No.
We're talking about today, Brian. You want to work 3
I
jobs,
believe that
and then
love
do you
conquers-
then you're gonna want the wife to work.
Love
all
conquers.
working 3 jobs
If we see the dream together, if we're planning it together, maybe you're not for me if you want that.
probably.
That's it. You're not the one for
Like,
me. If you
baby,
want
I
it right
love
now,
you, baby, I love you, but we struggling. Maybe I'm not the one.
I would love to get that out in the open at the beginning versus
We can
6
do that.
months, a year down
And
the
I
road.
want to. We can do that in the beginning.
Right. Because I don't want time wasted.
I agree.
Because time is important. Time is very important because you don't get time
I
back.
agree. I'm
don't-
with you all the way on that one.
So that's important. And so I think that, I'm kind of like marrying for money. What is it? Is it a child? Now this would be my situation. If a child or a girl was left abandoned, she was like 20, 21 years old, left abandoned, her parents died in an accident. And she's there by herself. She doesn't have any. And this older guy says, I'll take care of you.
Right.
Then she marries him. Okay. I might be, okay. that kind of, you know.
I mean, if there's
That
some
would be
kind of
good.
arrangement.
Yeah, but see her situation. You would know that she wasn't trying to get his money.
Right.
He saw. Listen, I need to take care of this lady, and I want to leave her some of my stuff. I know I'm a little bit older than her, and she's a good woman. I'm gonna have some kids by her.
I can understand that. That's
You know, but she's gonna be taken care of. She doesn't have a family or anything like that. I can understand. But
I can understand that. I
but
can go for
but
that.
but girls just out saying, you know, I'm gonna give me or guys. I mean, but again, like you said, if everyone's over 21, which they are, and it's arrangement, everybody cool with, cool. I just don't like people being taken advantage of. But the older guy knows he's smart, and the young girl knows, and the older woman should know. The older woman should know if she's getting involved with a younger guy that he's more or less. What do you think?
He more or less is there for her to take care of him.
You know, which I see more younger women dealing with older men than younger. I see more younger
me ask you
women
this.
marrying older men than older women marrying younger men.
Let me ask you
I
this.
see that more. I see more of it.
The situation with Cher and her boyfriend. What do you think that situation is? Do you think he's there because she's Cher and she filthy rich, or you think he's
That's
there
90% of it.
just for the love? Do
It's
you think
n-
he truly loves
That's an
Cher,
arrangement.
or it's because Cher is Cher and
Cher's a smart woman and she's been around the
and
world.
but she's happy.
She's very happy.
And
He
he's
makes
like,
her feel good.
I mean,
She's extremely happy.
we can go with the Kris Kardashian and the guy.
Yeah,
And Corey.
yeah. Same difference, you know.
You know,
It's like vice versa. What?
you know. So, I mean, but those are arrangements. But those aren't just hit them and quit them. They've been in relationships. These people been in relationships.
Chris Kardashian is, but how long
But
has
that
Cher
Cher ain't been in
and
a long
that
relationship
her
with
boyfriend?
That's been in what, at least a year now.
At least a year.
About a year.
About a year.
But if it's
I
in a,
don't think he's going anywhere. I wouldn't.
oh
go
no,
anywhere.
she's shared. Damn, she's
He's not
shared.
leaving until she boots his ass out.
Yeah, until
Pretty
she gets
much.
tired.
Or he
She's
leaves.
tied up.
Yeah.
Or he leaves. He's got enough of what he needed, you know. But so that's up a good. So what do we say for marrying for age? I mean, marrying for money. What do we say?
We're saying that some will and some won't.
If we are consenting people, and we kind of know, I just don't like to take an advantage. If what if the older guy really loves this girl, and she comes back and said, I was just with your daddy for the money.
I think taking advantage is, to me, is if the old man is sick and about to die, and then the young girl comes in and want to marry him because he's half dead for the money.
Well,
That's taking advantage.
well, some people might say that Anna Nicole Smith situation was like that.
Well, she said she loved him. I don't know.
But didn't he almost have a leg in the grave at that
Well,
point? He was up there.
He was sickly, you know. But he
You know.
loved her. She said she loved him. I don't know. We don't know.
Many different kinds of love.
You said different kinds of
Many
love?
different kinds of love.
Yes.
How many different kinds of love are there, boy?
A lot. A lot.
I thought that was just one. I thought that there was one. Okay, so that was good. So I think we're at like it depends on the situation.
Absolutely.
It depends on the situation, you know.
I agree.
You know, we still have some conservative. There's a big part of the country is very conservative. There's a big part of the country is very liberal. So, but we live in a liberal kind of world, I think. Living in Las Vegas, kind of, what do you say, it's kind of liberal out here? Kind of liberal. But I come from a kind of crazy state, Missouri.
They don't marry for money out there?
I'm sure they do.
Right.
Shout out to St. Louis. All right. So that's pretty good. So That's a great topic that we touched upon. Give a shout out to everybody who's listening out there. Ask a lady, ask a man. Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're broadcasting live from the beautiful Pine Hollow Winery here. And while we move on to our next subject, I want you to subscribe to my MoRoc Entertainment channel. Subscribe, be a member. See all, I'm not only a commentator, I'm also an entertainer here in Las Vegas.
A good one.
Thank you. I also have a couple of things coming out. I have a new movie. Just finished writing a script for. It's called Pay to the Piper. And hopefully we will start filming sometime this summer. It's great movie, great movie. And I'll tell you more about it a little later. But we're going to move on to our next topic of the night. And we're going to talk about in-laws. In-laws. Dun, dun, dun. It's kind of taboo. But before I get to you,
Because I've been married 4 times, right?
oh, gotta read the book. Can you put the book? Barb.
You know about in-laws.
Oh, Barb. 4 times. You all have to talk. Y'all gotta confer about some things. Okay, check this out. So, in-laws. In-laws are very tricky situation. Now, when you are marrying someone, you think initially, because you're in the honeymoon stage of the relationship. You're in the honeymoon. You're thinking, oh, me and this person, we love. We're into it. We love everything. And then, damn it, you meet the family. Dun, dun, dun. Now, in some situations, it could be a good thing. In other situations, it can be a bad thing. You would hope that it's a good thing, but it's almost like that person's your loved ones, they're selling you to their family. They have to sell you to their family. You would hope that they've done a good job before you actually meet them in person. You would hope that you got your loved one is one heck of a salesman. You would hope they're one heck of a salesman. But some instances, some people still, they don't give a damn. They want to meet the real thing. So when you meet that family live, you know instantly if it's going to work. If the family, so you being introduced to the family, it being good, if you accept it with open arms, that's a good positive. You're like, oh man, this is great. This is gonna work. This is, oh my God. Because that's the other part after your loved one, after you initially love. Their family is the other part, which is important. Because that's what you're gonna have to deal with possibly for the rest of your life. Now, if you get with the family and there is no emotion once you walk through the door, you're like, oh shit. Oh shit. I'm going to have to sell this. And then your loved one looks at you saying, just be cool. Everything's going to be okay. If they do that, then you know that there's going to be some talk. Then it may possibly go uphill or downhill from that, depending on the questioning. My father questioned the shit out of my sister's boyfriends, my cousin's boyfriend, because he treated my cousins like they were his daughters. I couldn't do anything because my dad was a real military type of, and you didn't question my father in the house when I grew up. And he really put people through it. On the other hand, my mother was very loving. Very loving. So, leaving the house after the first introduction with the in-laws, of course, there's a long talk in the car. So, babe, what'd you think? And you have to be honest. It's like, either they loved you off the bat. If they have to ask, what do you think? They know that you feel some kind of way. Because if the love is shown, they don't have to ask you anything. They already know, man, Uncle George really love you. They know that. But if there's dead silence in the car after meeting the in-laws, you know there's something, And you have to evaluate from there. And you think, well, maybe they have to grow on you. They have to grow on you. And depending on the love, then that's how you work. So I'm saying some in-laws are harder to convince, or you could try to convince, or you could say, I don't even want to fucking deal with them. Which I wouldn't suggest the latter. I suggest that you try to work with them, because a strong relationship with the in-laws means a strong relationship with your loved one. So what do you have to say? You don't have to give me the gusto now. Just tell me that. Just give me a little bit, because you're going to pass the baton back to me. And then I'm going to throw it back to you. Then you can give me the full
I can start
gusto.
by saying,
Do you agree?
I was a great in-law. Yeah.
Which time?
Each time.
You
Like I
were a
said.
great in-law.
No, I'm talking about were you received as a great mate for your loved one by your in-law?
Not all the.
Well, that's what I was talking about. How do your in-laws feel about you?
One of them hated me, and one of them kind of liked me, and the other two I never met. So out the 4 marriages, I only met 2 in-laws. But does that include the family? The family liked me. It was just the mother of that, of my husband, that didn't care for me.
What do you guys think?
But the rest
Is
of the
the
family
mother
loved me.
stronger, got a stronger hold on them than the rest of the family?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with
The
him.
mother don't like you.
Ah,
That's a problem.
it's hard. That's a hard sell.
Because you got to get past the mother, even though his sister loved me and his brothers loved me, but that mother,
The mother don't love you?
she was a bitch. She was like, oh, her again. Oh, I had to tip around. Where's your mother? It's like, she's in the house. She's in the kitchen. Oh, I'm going through the back door. I'm going another way. No, she really hated me.
Wow.
And I think I gave her reason to hate me only because I made a mistake. We was cutting school.
But you were young. How old were you?
We were 18.
And this was right before you got...
School, and we was cutting school. I was at his house, and his mother came home from work, and I thought it was his grandmother. And I said, oh, that's your grandmother.
Oh.
And she heard me. And she didn't like me from that moment on. And he said, that's my mother. And she was like, grandmother? I'm not his grandmother. I didn't know she heard me. And she hated me. She hated me from that point on. But she loved Kim and Nikki, but she hated me. But anyway, I'll tell you about her later, that I wrote about it,
Okay. So let me tell you.
It was bad.
I've been through a couple of in-laws. I've been through a couple.
But I was a great in-law.
All right.
Every husband I had, they loved me.
And I think, I consider you, I've been with your daughter now for
8 years.
9 years.
9 years.
I be asking.
I'm a great...
You the... I got to say
He
this.
said all the time.
I got to say this in my entire life. My entire life. I'm about to blow her head up. I'm about to blow her head up right now. I've been in a couple of relationships, but I have never asked my lady, I've never asked her, what your mama doing? What she doing tonight? What they doing over there? Man, why don't you call your mama and see what she doing? You want to go over there tonight? Why don't you call your mama and tell her to come on over here? You remember when we all used to kick it back in the day? 'Cause when I first came to Las Vegas, we all used to hang out like the Three Musketeers. And I have never had so much fun with this young lady. I have never said that about any of the situations that I've been in. Like, you know, usually it's like, your mom's downstairs. She's about to come over. You gave her the key.
You're so silly.
What? How much money did she want this time? Usually is that. You know, I had that in the past. You know, where I had to deal with them. It wasn't a disdain like a hate or anything, but I had to deal. It was like, you know, because usually I dealt with in the past with in-laws where they didn't have their own lives. Their kids were their lives, you know, so it was like they wanted to get into my life. And I'm a private guy, you know, when it comes to my personal stuff. I have my social stuff, but when it comes to my personal stuff, I'm a private dude. But, you know, you wanting to dive and put your, you know, criticisms here, this young lady, she got her own life. We have to keep up with her. Where's she going now? She out of town. She out of town now. Where? You know, and she's about to go to Detroit. I'm like, babe, you think we could probably go to Detroit?
Would they be following me?
Yeah, I'm like, she'll call Kim for a restaurant. Oh, we didn't get no invite. But she does the same thing to us, though. We go. You know, so, but she's
She over here.
She is, but I gotta say, she's the exception to the rule.
You go.
She's the exception to the rule. But like I said, past relationships, I didn't have any hate for anything, but it was just like, oh my God. It was just, why don't you do this in the house?
That's very nice.
Why don't you do this in the house? Why don't you do with this? And then I'll come up, and then I had situations with the person I was with at the time. Do you have something against my mom? No, I don't. I just wanted to stay up in my room for a minute. I said hello. I spoke, but I just wanted to, you know, I respect, but I don't have to deal with it, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's much respect to everybody in the past and any past people who can, you know. But that was my experience with in-laws, you know. I find it, you know, if you have a great in-law, man, oh God, that is the best thing in the world.
Yeah, it's pleasant when you have a great in-law.
If you can work it out, do whatever.
And I tried to work it out with her. I really did, you know, and, you know, I just...
That was her baby.
The last straw was, you know, I had to stay at their house because we were broke. That's what I'm talking about.
There we go.
Some money, then you don't have to live in your in-laws' house with your baby. You know, I have to put Kim down for bed. She's a baby, and I'm in the bedroom. And my husband, he's raping me, and I'm crying and screaming, and she's hollering from her bedroom, "Stop making so much noise! You're making so..." And I'm like, instead of coming in trying to find out why I'm in there screaming and hollering because he's beating me and raping me, I'm like, excuse me, he's hurting me, you know. By that time, finally I get away and go downstairs, call my mother. And my mother said, get out of that house right now. I said, he's not going to let me out. Yes, he will. Get out the house now, get a cab, and come home and bring the baby. Which I write about in here. It's so funny because when I told y'all's dad, Nikki and Kim's dad, he was a trip. When I told him about it, And I said, read the book, George. He said, when he read the book and he read all the things that I wrote about him, he said, Z, I did not do all those. I said, yes, you did. You think I would lie on you? I thought it's amazing how your mind make you forget.
You
all
have
the bad
you live in
things
your
that
own
you've
reality.
done. Yeah.
You live in your own truth.
Yeah.
Because I'm just very, when I talk to my sister about little things that we went through growing up, she has a totally different,
Just kind of.
and we 1 year apart.
Do that.
But she swears to God hers is true, and mine, I swear to God mine were true. So I understand.
Yeah.
And he doesn't see you live with it.
I lived
He
with it.
moved on with his life. And that was like when I read about that and when you told me about that, I mean that was really
Yeah, it's
disheartening.
like, okay,
There's something
that was
in his
that. And I vowed then, never another man would ever put their hands on me again in life. That was too much. Couldn't do that one. But yeah, getting back to, but then George's, my last husband, no, Gary, his mother had passed away, so he lived with his aunt. She loved me, and Aunt Mary, what was her name, Kim? Miriam. That's a damn shame. I forgot the name.
It's okay, you don't see it every
It's
day.
been a long time.
When the last time you talked to her?
She died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she died, and she got along. We got along beautifully. She lived in Philadelphia, and that was my very first good in-law. She treated me like a daughter.
That
Does it matter about your kids, in-laws? Speaking about in-laws, does this cover them? Because, like Nikki's husband, mother, I got along with her. She was good. But Kim's husband's mother, it took a minute with her. She didn't care for me that much, in the beginning.
She was Marvin Gaye's sister, and you partied all the time.
Yeah, for whatever
was her
stupid
problem.
reason. That was a stupid reason. She didn't like me. But,
Jealousy.
Yeah.
and maybe because her
But then
husband
down
probably
the line,
gravitated. He liked you.
loved me.
Exactly.
He loved
And
me.
that was he
'Cause
was
I was a great in-law.
he was
I
the only
a great
child too,
in-law.
right? So
Yeah.
that makes a difference. You took a baby.
Her baby.
You
So
know.
getting the answer to your question, getting back to close that out to me, I think it's very important that you get along with your in-laws, and I think that makes the marriage that much better.
Oh.
I
Oh.
think you can have a beautiful marriage if you got
Especially,
beautiful
and you know
in-laws.
what? Especially if there's a tight bond with your loved one and that parent.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make it like your best interest. Damn, well you could be with, and I know you have you and your daughters, you got this different relationship with Kim than you do with Nikki, but both of them, are very important. But I know how Kim's relationship is with you. But again, it was a no-brainer with you. We hit it off from the bit. But I can only imagine if I had to try to like
To
you.
like me. Mm-hmm.
And because Kim's relationship with you is so tight,
She was more of a clinger.
yeah.
than
Well,
Nikki.
I didn't try to say that.
Like Kim would rather sleep in the
Nikki's
bed
not a
with
clinger.
me.
I know,
with
babe.
Nikki.
I know.
Nikki wanted
Nikki's
her own
independent.
Bed. She wanted her own.
Nikki's
bed. She didn't
independent.
want to sleep in the bed with me. It's
Nikki's
a totally
independent.
difference. She wanted to live right next door where Nikki would. She wanted to live
She
around
wa-
the block.
She wanted to explore. So I know that with Kim, I know she has a strong bond with her mom. But again, we were already cool, so again, it wasn't even no big deal.
They're both
I
they're both very tight, but it's in their own little different way.
I even suggest Kim. I'm like, Kim, when the last time you talked to your mom? When the last time you call your mom? When the last see, because my mother lives right behind me, so I can just go right back there. But you be usually whisked off to some
Well,
little.
it's really funny because this is probably the first time, the furthest she's ever really kind of lived furthest from me.
Really?
She's usually like right next door.
We're
Okay.
in the same complex.
or in the same house.
Within the last 8 years.
Yeah, since we've been in Vegas.
Okay. But we're gonna say for in-laws, Barbie, you want to chime on this?
Yeah, what
Chime
about you,
in on
Barb,
this.
and your
How do you
in-laws?
feel?
Well, it's an extension, you know, it's all your family, whether, you know, it's your mom or your husband's mom. You're marrying the whole family.
Absolutely.
So,
The man doesn't realize that going in. Sometimes the men realize that a little differently. It takes us a longer time to realize, damn, I got that whole
family.
thing is mine. You know, where I told my sister this. I said usually when the man gets in a relationship with some, he's going to spend more time with his lady's family more than his own family. It's just like that. It's more independent because usually the woman is more closer to her family. The man is close to his family too, but I think you're going to spend more time with the woman's family. You know, it is no slight against your own family. You know, John, do you think that if you know it just happens to be like that, you know, because she has a tighter bond, you know, where the men are more independent. You know, we don't really rely on our mother or father anymore, where the lady still has a bond with the mom, or she could have been a daddy's girl, you know, especially if she's a daddy's girl.
Usually they are.
you know so that's important. So, you know, I hope everybody has a good experience with dealing with their in-laws, man.
Yeah, me too. That's
You know,
important.
it's very important. Not unless you like, man, I can't deal with your family. We moving across the country. So I know some people who did that. I know some people that did that. They were like, you know,
They'll move their wife.
they moved. Yeah, they
From the
moved.
mother, from the parents.
Yeah, they moved.
Well, I have to say, I think Kim and Nikki both were very fortunate. They got along really, really good with their in-laws.
Yeah, we did.
I think both of y'all did.
That's definitely a blessing right there. So if anybody wants to chime in, like I said, those were the two topics we were on today here, and I just want to, Kim, you have any questions or anything before I move on? Okay, and I would ask if everybody could subscribe to my YouTube channel, MoRoc Entertainment. You know, that's not hard to remember. You know, we're having really discussions. And again, my special guest tonight, Ms. Zeola Gaye, you know, and she's really, can you put your book up, Lady Z? Can you grab it and can you put it up here? Oh, of course the lettering is backwards.
Cause you have it up here.
My bro-
You gotta,
You're a good bride.
oh, okay.
there you go.
My brother Marvin. Okay, there we go. There we go. Make sure. And where can they get this book at, ladies?
On Amazon, but you can get it quicker from me if you DM me on
Where can they DM you?
Facebook or either Instagram.
Where is your Facebook page?
Zeola Gaye.
Okay, ZeolaGaye.
Rory says hello, Brian and Zeola.
Who
Who?
did?
Rory.
Oh, Rory Darvell. Tell him what's
Oh,
up
hey,
in
Rory.
LA.
Yep.
What's going on, my friend?
Cheryl says hello.
Hey Cheryl, hey Bestie.
Imani says hello.
Hey,
Imani.
Imani Faith. We got the faith.
Zolita says hi.
Hi,
Hey.
Zolita.
Earl Wilson.
Hey Harold.
Hey, Harold.
Who else?
Thanks for tuning in.
Earl. Shit, you have a bunch of folks. Everett.
Ev.
Hi guys, that's my Facebook family.
Yeah.
Hi,
Who else
guys.
you got to give everybody a shout out?
Shout out to
Yeah.
everybody.
Who?
Pam, Sharon, Willie. Okay, Tyrone, and Rita, all of them.
Do you have a Marvin story you want to tell?
Michael.
A Marvin
No,
story.
I'm not gonna tell a Marvin story. All my Marvin stories
How about-
are right here.
How about an
And
excerpt?
plus, I'm gonna tell you something. You guys really should get this because I tell on everybody.
Uh-oh.
I do. I
Dun,
tell,
dun,
and I tell
dun.
on me too. That's what makes the book
Woo!
so interesting.
That's scary when you
because
tell
I
on
tell
yourself.
on myself too.
They telling themselves, boy, they ain't scared of nothing. Scared of.
And you'll find it very interesting. After you finish reading, you're gonna say, "Oh, I need to find Zeola and give her a hug."
What's the, if you could tell us anything,
I'm not telling you nothing from the book.
I just want to tell us the start of Zeola Gaye's life. The start of
I
your
was
life.
born.
The start of your life.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, which is really weird. I can't hardly remember anything from 16 under.
Mm.
Something happened to me.
Mm.
I don't exactly know what or why.
So you don't remember with a rattle or nothing
No.
in the crib or nothing.
No, I don't. And I've been offered to be hypnotized to
Mm.
find out what has happened to me or what did happen to me, which took my memory away.
Wow.
And my mom used to always say, when she used to say, "Sweetie, don't you remember the little girl you played with all your life next door?" I said, "No," and didn't know any better. She said, "I don't believe you don't remember the little girl." I said, "I don't remember her. But something happened to me, and I don't know what. But I didn't want to be hypnotized because I decided I didn't want to know."
Mm. Mm. Tell,
Keith happened to me.
Yes.
give a shout out to
No.
Keith Washington in
Ray
the house.
Stewart said he read your book 3 times. Cheryl says she read it 3 times too.
Aw.
Cherise says, "Thank you, Auntie, for sitting in for her tonight."
You're so welcome. This was fun.
Tell her to do
Did
a
you
couple of
feel
coughs
better?
and let her know she all right.
Yeah.
Keith is calling everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, I think that's the
That's
beauty
him
of
knowing.
my book, and it makes me
Answer
feel
that
good
one
to
right
know
there.
that people are rereading my book.
You know, that's what I just wanted. And you're about to go to Detroit.
Right.
You, so tell them you're about to go to Detroit. Tell us about this to Detroit.
Okay, I'm about to go to Detroit for Mother's Day because I'm putting on, along with my partner, Angela Barr Dunlap, who also just completed her film, The Mistress.
The Mistress.
Which I need all you guys to look at. Go on.
Go on Tubi.
Tubi and
Look at The Mistress.
because her next film she does is going to be about Marvin.
Yay.
Right? And it's going to be off the chain. The Mistress, you won't be sorry you saw it. It's so good. Okay.
Oh, it's a great movie.
It's a great movie
By
and-
Angela Dunlap.
and Angela Dunlap.
Dunlap. She'll kill me for that.
Yes, she will.
And so we're putting on in Barbara Cole, the 3 of us are putting on a tribute to my brother Marvin Gaye, Teddy Pendergrass, and Luther Vandross. And we're putting this on for Mother's Day in Detroit. We're opening up in Detroit. We're going to tour this around the United States of America. So if you're in Detroit, come out and see this show. We got 3 of the most finest guys you ever want to see, okay? And it's going to be off the chain. We're going to bring it back here to Vegas so you guys will be able to see it here too.
And when is that supposed to happen again?
Mother's Day. I think that's the 15th of May.
15th of May.
Uh-huh. I think it's the 15th of May. Yeah.
Might be the 15th or 16th. It's one of them.
Yeah. I think it's the
It's the
15th.
15th, I think. But
Yeah.
the 14th or
Okay. And I just wanted to, what we've been working on, which since this is my second actually episode of my podcast, Ask a Lady, Ask a Man, the original thought, the original idea was to have Lady Z with her What's Going On show. So hopefully,
Right.
so What's Going On podcast, and hopefully that's down the pike right now. So we're just trying to get everything
It's going to be
together.
called What's Going On with Z.
Yeah, it'll be whatever you want to name it.
I'm going to be the DJ. I'm going to be playing music.
There you go.
which is something I've always wanted to do. Marvin used to always say, Z, you really need to be a DJ because I play some of the best oldies that you
Didn't
ever
you used to give
want to.
him?
Uh-huh.
She
He
used to-
said you'll be a great DJ. And he used to tell me just call it, Midnight and You. Midnight and Z. And my theme song is going to be After Midnight by Barry White. Midnight and You, but it'll be Midnight and Z. So I'm going to try to do that with Brian's podcast right here.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. If we could just clear what's up?
No, then you have another podcast.
Then I have another pack. I'm just trying
With
to.
this, yeah, he's trying to promote my thing.
So yeah, this is
Oh,
all.
and then we're going to have a birthday party too, Brian
Yeah,
and I,
so we got a
and
Gemini.
Sharice's sister.
We got a Gemini birthday party coming in
up.
June. So we're trying to get that in the works. She's trying. So we're trying to do all of that together. We're
His
trying.
birthday is the day after mine.
Isn't that crazy?
All my life, my whole entire life, I've never had to share my birthday with anybody because everybody's birthday was either way before June or way after June. He comes to town. And his birthday is June the 13th.
And hers June the 12th. Isn't that
And
crazy?
then he started like, well, Lady Z, our birthday is so close together. Can we have a party together? I'm like, Brian, I don't
No, let me
know.
tell you this. Let me tell you this. So her friend, my aunt Gail. Gail would do the posters, and Lady Z, the flyers and the poster have Lady Z all big. June 12th, then I'll be a little circle. And also Brian, June I'm like, Kim, come on now, what?
But Brian,
Kim, I know. Nobody know who the hell I was.
I'm getting used to it. It took me up to
They didn't
last
know who the
year,
hell I
think,
was, man.
to actually accept the fact that I have to share my birthday with Brian. Okay, that's
You
a
know,
little selfish.
Everybody knows when we do the birthday that, it's all about Lady Z. I'm going to have a small piece of cake in the
So
corner.
Sharice is putting this on for it. Swan's putting this birthday party on for us. So I'm looking forward to it.
Swan, Sharice, you doing it. So look out for that podcast, what's going on. We got another podcast, Harold White, Undisputably Sports, coming up where he's just talking all about sports here. But we're all on the MoRoc Entertainment Network here, man. We're broadcasting live every Wednesday from the Pine Hollow Winery here. Again, my name is Brian G. Soul. Just look for me on social media, on MoRoc Entertainment. I need you guys to subscribe. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, MoRoc Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to get some goodies. Lady Z, you had a final word when you want to say?
And my final word is thanks for inviting me. This was a lot of fun. I didn't think I was going to do it. When he asked me earlier, I said, I'm not doing it. I'm nervous. I don't know what to talk about. And and then Kim persuaded me with Brian in the background. Come on, Lady Z, you can do it. So here I am, but I'm glad I did it. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. It was a lot of fun. And you guys take care of yourself out there. Tune in, subscribe to Ask a Man, Ask a Woman.
Ask a lady, ask a man. How many of these have you had?
I'm drinking
You
tea.
ain't had none of
I'm
that.
drinking tea.
So what's your excuse?
I don't have one.
Ask a lady, ask a man,
But
MoRoc
this
Entertainment.
this was a lot of fun. I probably will be back again. I'm gonna probably be with Harold when he does the sports because I like sports and I like talking about sports. I know a lot about sports. Hey,
What do you think about these Lakers? Oh,
I'm
God.
definitely talk about.
Oh,
right now, okay?
we're Laker
Let's wait
fans.
till tomorrow and see what they do. If
Oh.
they lose tomorrow, then I'm gonna talk about them. Okay, but I'm a Laker fan. I'm a diehard Laker fan. Win, lose, or draw.
I became a
No,
Laker
they play
fan when LeBron came. And then I fell in love with the Lakers. I'm not going to lie. I followed LeBron from
Well,
Cleveland
you
to
should have
Miami.
heard Harold talk about LeBron.
I know.
Yesterday.
It wasn't nothing they could do. They
He
were
said
just
he
a,
tried
they were just a better team.
9 times and only made 2.
Okay, but it was a better.
I was like,
No,
I didn't see the game.
they were the better team won.
That was a
It was
I
a
know,
buzzer
I was
beater.
in LA and they wouldn't.
But nonetheless,
they wasn't
look,
showing.
ask a lady, ask a man. We signing off live from the Pine Hollow
You guys
Winery.
take care of yourselves. I love you dearly.
Love, peace, and soul, man. We'll catch you next Wednesday. Ask a lady, ask a man. Peace.
Peace.